On Morning in America, we're sharing stories of everyday people who are making our nation a better place. Every year, about 8 million tons of plastic waste end up in the ocean. So this morning, we're talking with one woman who is tackling the problem in her community. Rachel Garcia is a mom of two and a sustainability consultant and owner of the first plastic-free grocery store in New Jersey. She joins us now to talk about the dry goods Refillery. And this is such an exciting venture. In fact, you went from one storefront to shipping nationally. Is that right?
Yeah, we've really started to expand. I think, as we've gotten more exposure and people understand that this way of shopping exists, it's been something that definitely has, a bigger reach than just our, home state here in New Jersey. And it's exciting to see it's where we need to be going.
I love the aesthetic behind you there. You're actually in the store. But what made you want to... Wait, what were you going to say?
I know I am here in the store.
Yeah, of course you are, because you're probably there a lot. But why did you want to start this? What was so important to you that you would actually invest in becoming a business owner of something like this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think with a lot of decisions you make, right, this came from my kids. I'm a mom, as you said, of two young boys. They're now 6 and 8. But when they were born, I think I just felt like I really saw the world a little bit differently, as we commonly do with life-changing things like having children. When you're a new mom or a new parent, life is all about kind of making it easier. But sadly, the trade-off of that convenience is a lot of waste. Single snack bags, single formula bottles. It just felt like my trash was piling up. And for me, I had tried to make changes in our family, but grocery store shopping, that kind of food-based thing, felt like the hardest thing to change. And I knew from kind of, being fortunate enough to see other parts of the world that this way of shopping was out there. And I really wanted to bring that back home and see if it would have an impact on my community and be something that other people felt would be useful and helpful in reducing their own waste as well.
I love it. Customers bring their own containers in. So just walk us through the process. What's different at your distillery versus a traditional grocery store?
Sure. So obviously, we reduce single-use plastics at every turn in our store. We really don't support that. But the idea of reusing what you already have is 100% part of what we're trying to encourage people to do. So when you can bring your own container, we mean anything. We mean plastic Tupperware from your takeout restaurant. We mean, glass mayo jars or pickle jars that are, cleaned out and reused. You don't need to buy anything fancy. And when you come into the store, you use a very simple tagging system where basically you're able to, pre-weigh the jar in 1 second per item. You come in and fill up whether that's a half a cup of something or a tablespoon of a spice. And then when you check out, we deduct that weight with a simple tag as well. And it really is a seamless and easy process. And ultimately, you're just bringing in a container to, take whatever product you'd like home. And it's really just a vehicle to get it back to your home and your kitchen.
Is it much more expensive than shopping at a traditional grocery store?
I think the conversation of price definitely comes up a lot, and I can totally understand, especially these days, why that's concerning. I would say there's kind of a long-winded answer, but the kind of two short points that I would say are, sometimes it's hard because we're not really comparing apples to apples. We really support the idea of supporting businesses who believe in all kind of, aspects of their supply chains, whether that's, fair trade for their workers, whether that's clean ingredients. Our food system, sadly, in this country is pretty broken. And so what you see in the grocery store may have a lot of alternatives and subsidized synthetics and things that don't make pancake syrup the same as maple syrup in our store, because it's, single batch from a small farm, and this other one is mass produced at a different scale.
Right.
But in general, most products are, and I'd say, especially with something like Thanksgiving coming up next week, it's really just a shift in your mindset, because, let's say you're making that pie recipe you make one time a year. That bottle of, nutmeg might cost you $8 or $9 in the grocery store. And here you can buy the tablespoon you only need and save yourself money by only spending a quarter. So there's absolutely ways to be more cost effective. I think it's just, again, rethinking the way that you're shopping.
Yeah, and it really is amazing seeing a woman-owned business, and now you are a national e-commerce company. Congratulations. Continued success to you, Rachel.